The next speaker is the Honourable Ntlangwini from the EFF.
Thank you very much, House Chair. Greetings to the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the EFF, and happy birthday to the EFF as we are celebrating our 11th year this month. House Chairperson, the EFF rejects the proposed draft budget as tabled by the Minister of Finance and blindly supported by the Portfolio Committee of Minerals and Petroleum. And we do so for the following reasons. The committee have no basis or justification to whether to support or reject the proposed budget precisely because the committee cannot claim that they have thoroughly gone through the proposed budget in detail. We have done this before a budget review and recommendation process and thereafter generated a well-considered report with consultations. In the past, for this budget, we would engage the department and later on engage each entity individually, satisfying ourselves that public money is going to be spent in responsible and transparent manner. We cannot agree on the policy direction of the department minister, but we can satisfy ourselves that we have done our work thoroughly and we have engaged the report thoroughly. But this time round, because the president of the GNU, led by the Democratic Alliance and the Oppenheimers, was late to form government, which delayed the work of Parliament, which delayed our work to meaningfully engage the report, and we only had 3 hours to engage this report. Well, in these 3 hours that we had to engage this report, Minister, we were told, finish up because there's another committee waiting to start the meeting. So we couldn't satisfy ourselves with the report, the nitty-gritties of the report. So with those that are standing here to want to play to the gallery and support this report, knows for themselves they have not gone through this report thoroughly, and they are just doing this for compliance and a tick box exercise. House Chair, on a more substantial matter of policy, we must reject the decision of Mr. Ramaphosa to once again separate the minerals department within 2 ministers. We were satisfied with minerals and energy being one department, but because Mr. Ramaphosa needed to make spaces for his GNU partners, he needed once again to separate this critical department to make space for his GNU partners. Well, Mr. Steenhuisen and Dean could have well aware be there in some ministries being secretaries or go back to school. They don't need to be ministers because they suffer some incompetencies. We must be unapologetic of the use of our natural resources, particularly coal, to ensure that there is enough electricity generation, not only to meet the current demand, but also for industrialization and economic growth. Lastly, Chair, we must not get into the details. We didn't get into the details, CFO, of the health and safety because only 2.7% of your budget is going to health and safety. And that is wrong. It's a major crisis within the energy sector. And for your budget to only give us 2.7%, and we don't know exactly where that 2.7% is going to be spent, Minister, within your budget. We didn't get enough time, Minister, to also address the issue of the fuel syndicate that are busy contaminating our fuel supply within the country. Those things need to be published and there must be open accountability. We cannot be told as a committee, no, there is a syndicate and we can't investigate them and we leave it as such. There must be a broader, and South Africans must be taken into account of these syndicates that contaminate our fuel supply in the country. We are waiting with bated breath for your report, Minister. We know within this 5 years, we will still not get report on the scarce minerals that is within our shores of South Africa. But as the EFF, we reject this report. Fighters, let's gather on the 27th of July for our 11th celebration in Northern Cape at the AR Abos Sports Center to celebrate the anniversary of the EFF. We reject this report because we are not here to do a rush situation. We are not part of your rush engagements of your GNU. We want proper time to engage reports and not to be rushed in your GNU partnerships in order to go and loot money. You are in a rush to close up the debts that you have made for your elections, and we're not going to be party to that. So if you have promised the Oppenheimers more money, you're not going to get it this term. Minister, we reject this.